Hello and welcome to Denver Motorsports Park for the AutoNation Cup Series ToyotaCare 400. On pole today is Blair McKenzie in the number 555 engineering machine. And rolling off in second is the 18 of Justin Whitmer in the Blue Panther Motorsports car. A lot of interesting storylines for this race.
Yeah, we basically drove that twice in the course. He had a pretty interesting story yesterday in the Pro Series race. He managed to find nearly every single FSR car on the track and collide with them. But he's had a much better qualifying than APS. He rolls off fourth in what looks to be a very competitive car. Throughout the field, we had 38 entrants here at Denver, so we actually had 0 DNQs. We have 4 extra slots on the grid that have not been fulfilled. But overall, still, this whole field is very, very close in terms of parity between the cars. So, kind of anyone's guess as to who could win today.
Yeah, it's really more of a driver's track per se today. With there's a lot of inexperienced guys. You see, there's the 26 of Brian Grigsby. He made his debut at Daytona last week. So he's looking to get a good result for that 2016.
Yeah, Grigsby did a very good job, keeping that 26 clean at Daytona. Shout out to Henry Thomas as well, starting just inside the top 10. He had a horrid bit of luck at Daytona and ran into issues on pit road, but if it wasn't for that, he was having an absolutely stellar speed weeks. Other notables throughout the field, it's pretty much your exact same lineup. Throughout, Ben Crouch is in the 51 this week. Jet Hawksworth is back in the 42 after he missed the 500 due to injuries sustained in his APS dual crash. Maverick McColton stays in the 06. He is alternating that car with Seth Morgan at points this season. And throughout the rest of the field, some big names towards the back. You can see a couple of SSR cars there, the 11 and the 10. Rounding off the field is Jeffrey Thinguy. He is making his Cup Series debut. That team is making their Cup Series debut alongside the 06 after they both failed to qualify at Daytona. So 38 cars here. Really interesting race ahead of us. If the APS race is anything to go by, we're in for an absolute treat. We are just about ready for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the field has come to life here at Denver. Sorry about that. Here we are rolling off the pit road. And Anthony, I'm going to ask you one very simple question. Who is your win prediction for today?
Well, I think I think Luna Bennington is going to keep the ball rolling. Winning at Daytona last week was just a huge boost for that team, and Bennington's had speed before and it's been a viable option. So I'd say Luna Bennington is the one to watch for the win here.
It has been a very solid qualifying for Luna Bennington, winning her first ever USARC race at Daytona in the APS. Had a vicious accident at Daytona in the Cup race, but it doesn't seem to have phased her much at all. Starting in the top 10 here at Denver. It's going to be a very interesting race. For win prediction, I'm going to go a bit left field. I'm going to go with Boback Fox. I think it's really anyone's game, and I think it's just a matter of luck here today.
The field comes into the restart zone, and we are green at Denver.
A few cars drawing out early. They're 4 wide already. Brandon Morris in the 6 really checking up there. Still 5 who leads, but with a run off of turn 2.
He's not going to look to the inside down the backstretch. Thought better of it on lap 1 here to not push the issue as we head into 3. Now he might be looking. Nope, he checks up. But to the inside he goes.
Oh, and he just got a little bit loose on the apron there, and that's compromised his run. Santiago might be able to have a look around the outside. Good start for Daytona Motorsports. Stephen Cologne's dropped back slightly. Riley Spurley-Troop here in the top 5, along with Luna Bennington, who's also had a good start. Mackenzie leads that one, and has at least attempted for now to build a comfortable gap. Whitmer checking up. Here comes the 07. Oh, big touch.
Oh, they touched just a little, but they're able to keep it clean and most of all, keep it green.
We know
Mackenzie's getting away nicely.
Yeah, we know those two teams have a history, the TGR and BPM. They used to both be the two Toyota teams. Slight fallout after TGR were formed after BPM wanted to be the Toyota factory team, but that did not come to fruition. And there's still an interesting relationship between the two teams to this day, as Whitmer fighting back on the outside. He drives it deep again into turn 1. Enzi did as well, and I wonder if that's going to invite Santiago or Bennington to come through now. Definitely close the gap. There goes Santiago getting loose, and it's checked up the 4 into Onjack. Oh, and here comes Whitmer.
To the inside, down the front stretch. He's going to edge out in the lead and take it away for the time being. As here comes Nicholas Santiago looking down low for the lead.
That 07 does look fast, but kind of backs out, but Whitmer has to check up mid-corner. So many different lanes, and Justin Whitmer looks like he's going to come out on top for now. For how long? We saw at the APS race, he couldn't really pull away that well at all. Without kind of finding yourself rubber banding back into the pack. So it's almost a matter of time. Where did Henry Thomas come from? Into 4th. Then Mackenzie's lost a fair few spots immediately after losing the lead.
Such an amazing run for that 62 team so far. A pretty small team looking to do whatever they can to get a result, and they're showing up with the big boys today.
Challenging for 3rd now on Luna Bennington. Mackenzie's trying to come back into this battle. Santiago working on the 18, who's pulled out a slight gap here, but nothing too major for now. This top 5 overall have pulled away significantly more compared to the rest of the field. Peter Onjack currently best of the rest in 6th, but here he comes round the outside, a big run on the 62 and the 5.
Obviously, we saw the APS race be clean for about the first 15 laps, but then they really started to get together. Will we see the same thing here as we go on?
I wouldn't be surprised if tyre wear was more a factor here. I think these Cup cars tend to go through the tyres and the fuel a little bit quicker. So with that, obviously, you're more prone to seeing some driver errors, cars getting into the wall. We saw a lot of that on the exit of turn 2 yesterday. Oh, and speaking of this contact in the back.
That's Reese Kupski in the 40 hard in the wall.
He got walled by Carter Swab, I think. Interested to see the other side of that 88 car, and then maybe some slight damage, but it's hard to tell. Reese Kupski definitely with a compromised race car quite early on. But Whitmer still leads, and he's got a pair of Toyotas behind.
Bennington now looking down low, coming into 1. Just not enough of a run, maybe to get to the inside of Whitmer. Is the 8th starting to catch this top 3 now? That's Riley Spurley-Tube.
Yeah, he's going to come out of nowhere almost, as Mackenzie's currently leading the rest of the field. A bit of a pack back here. Zachary DeLello, Caden Lemon getting involved, and we can also see here that's Ben Crouch, 3 wide between Brandon Morris, Brian Grigsby and Disparito. And the 08 there had a good run, but they had nowhere to go. They're going to be 5 wide, nearly.
4 wide, definitely, as they go into turn one. Brandon Morris, Anthony Greenman, Brian Grigsby, and Ben Crouch, but they get through it pretty cleanly as Greenman really benefited from that, passing all of them in one.
Joe Zeller tried to get involved there, try and follow Greenman through, but just got caught up, couldn't quite make that work. So the top four really have checked out. Whitler's trying to check out on his own now as well. It's Bennington who's pulled out into second. Spurley, Tube and Santiago still going at it. They might have to almost work together, kind of drafting off one another to catch the 18. Oh, and it looks like Kupski came down pit road. Due to those damages with Carter's swab, that's already a tough start to Reese Kupski's day. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a lap down already. He is. He will be waived if we go under yellow and things stay the same as they are now in terms of the running order, but a long way to go for that 40 team who have not had a lot of luck since they won at Road America in Season 2.
Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle down the stretch for that 40 team. They just haven't been able to put the results together. They know they can be a winning team. They just got to go out and put it together on track.
Bennington right up on the back of Justin Whitmer. Kind of patiently biding her time right now. A long way to go. We're only 20% of the way through here at Denver.
Bennington is looking toward the low side as Whitmer slides up high.
That's going to invite the 4 to look underneath. He's going to have a go. Luna Bennington is to the point on lap 10.
Nicholas Santiago looking to the inside, gets pretty close with the 18. They avoid contact, but they were close.
Whitmer looked really loose there. Really loose. Now Spurley almost tried to have a look as well, but he's not got the run. Oh, and it's Kupski in the wall just up ahead. He's having a rotten time at the moment.
Car seems to be handling pretty badly, and there are lap cars approaching, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that situation.
Depends how easy he makes it for his teammate, who's having a very good day. We head into turn 1. Santiago closing, Whitmer closing. Could get very interesting in, down the back straightaway. Look how much they've pulled away from pretty much the rest of the field. All bumper to bumper.
They're running close here.
Oh, there's definitely contact.
Santiago runs up to the high side, and around the outside goes Nicholas Santiago for the lead.
And it looks like Whitmer and Spurley Tube trying to follow through in the draft of the 07. Whitmer's going to close off the 4. Get right up to the back of Santiago, but he's overdriven it ever so slightly. And now that top 5 just lined up neatly down the back straightaway. Looking through the field there, everyone else apart from Reese Kupski still up to speed, having a decent day. We approach lap 14. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we saw pit stops fairly soon.
Yeah, this was around the time we had the first yellow, so in APS, so we should be getting close on fuel and tires.
Yeah, the APS, their pit stops were more so just because a caution is a convenient time to make those changes. These guys may not have a choice soon with how much quicker they burn through tyres and fuels. Here comes the field up to Kupski, and Santiago's held up. Here comes Whitmer.
Whitmer's going to run straight to the inside to try and make that pass.
They've not passed 40 yet. This is still going to be a challenge. Whitmer back to the lead for now. Oh, and Santiago's had to
take
really
that
check
bottom
up.
away.
Looks like they all just... I think Santiago got a bit loose on entry and just checked up. And when everyone else followed suit, they didn't really know how to react. Here comes Blair McKenzie, who's clawed her way back up to the front. Didn't really fall back too far. We're still at the front, relatively speaking, although was not with this lead group. Here she comes with a huge run off of turn 4.
McKenzie with a giant run, now looking to make a pass on the 18 of Whitmer. He thought of a block, but decided to pull away from it. And Blair McKenzie takes the point back.
Not for long, or maybe it's Whitmer checks up again. Here comes Una Bennington. And all this squabbling has allowed Kupski to actually pull away slightly. And Onjak and DeLello have closed in as the rest of the field squabble. Maverick McColton is in the wall in the back. That could be the first of many, not just for him, but for the rest of the field, as tyres really do wear down. Jeffrey Finguy's dropped off a cliff. He may have found the wall. There is damage on the right-hand side of that Toyota Camry, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually found some issues as they finally caught up to that.
Now Riley Spurley too is making his way, or trying to make his way past the lap car of Kupski. He's going to do so. Just looks like Justin Whitmer can't avoid being in the path of that 40 though. Now it looks like he'll try and get around him.
A very narrow gap, but he's made it work. Blair McKenzie still leading here. He's been the lead swap so many times. There's contact there nearly between Santiago and Bennington. Spurley having to check up. I think we're seeing a lot of cars getting a little bit loose, having to check up, especially through 1 and 2. I think that's the main indicator of some tyre wear causing issues, as we see the whole field flowing through 1 and 2. So there goes Christian Vargas, last week's winner, having a rotten day at the back of the field right now, currently in 37th. Actually, no, sorry, 36, because Finguy's a lap down as well, so he might have pitted as well as Kupski, but he's kind of cycled out at the back of the pack, kind of blending in where he would be.
Oh, car on the wall. I believe that's the 52.
Awesome Billion. That was quite a hard hit, so I wouldn't be surprised if that has some performance impacts. And maybe we'll see him actually sneaking down pit road at some point. McKenzie looks like she's trying to check out. Looking back at the next pack here, this is around 9th. Henry Thomas, currently the driver running in 9th. This battle just on the edge of the top 10. Brandon Morris there having to check into 1. Benedict Murdo with a huge lunge. There's Bobak Fox making a move on the 6 as well, who just does not have the run at all through the corner. Those guys have actually kind of limbed out quite nicely there. Look at these 5 all bumper to bumper into turn 3.
The 01 gets a little out of shape there, but is able to keep the foot in it.
Oh, we see
we got cars coming down pit road.
I wonder who of the leaders has come down. Blair McKenzie, your race leader, is taking a pit stop here on lap 21. That's interesting. So you can do about 21 laps, 22 laps. That will take you to around 42, 44. With a caution involved. maybe you can stretch this to be your only pit stop. It's going to be really dependent on what happens. It's going to be, looks like full Monty on every single car. 4 tyres and fuel. We see Aiden Smith, Zachary DeLillo, Carter Swab, Zira Mashko in, and Mackenzie's out very comfortably in the lead. Here comes Santiago, actually. They're going to be side by side on pit exit. Nicholas Santiago around the outside may have just taken lead of the race. We're going to have to see what happens when the rest of the field comes through in the pits. As Onjak has just slid up onto the racing surface and did not take the pit exit properly. He got loose and slid up.
That's interesting.
I wonder if
we'll see what USARC has to say about that.
I wonder if we'll see some sort of penalty for that as we see some more cars coming in now. Una Bennington taking service, Justin Whitmer, well, Riley Spurley-Tube. These guys we need to look out for as Bennington's going to lead them away. Past Whitmer. I think Santiago's going to cycle out as your race leader. Going to be close if not. No.
Yes, he is.
Nicholas Santiago to the point on lap 22. Bennington's going to try and hold off second from Mackenzie, and 5 looks high. Going to take that position with a bit of ease. Or maybe not. Oh, 3 wide nearly.
Spurley looking to the inside.
Now it's just a case of getting used to what a fresh set of tyres actually feels like. So there we see the 3 with a big lunge on Benedict Murder and Ricky Freeman Jr. Can Cologne cover them off? And cycling through the rest of the field. Oh, and nearly there was a bit of almost contact between Mackenzie and Spurley, but they're going to be okay for now. And Santiago has checked out very nicely. Oh, and Cologne definitely got in the wall there.
Falling back hard is the 3.
Kind of wary if anyone's kind of overdoing it now on the fresh tyres, not really used to having the grip, and they're actually surprising themselves by how much they can do in doing so. Are they just over driving any corners? You can definitely see a pace difference compared to before cars came down pit road. Just oh, and awesome billion all the way around in the wall. That is not great for a car that's already come into the wall today at least once. But yeah, now the 52 cycling around the back of the field. Nicholas Santiago now. And first of the leaders today to really gap the rest of the field as these guys are busy squabbling between themselves.
Bennington gets the pass on for now for second position, trying to maybe track down the 07 of Santiago.
Now Whitmer in this has really dropped off. He's kind of in no man's land right now. Same with Onjak, DeLello, Kupski a lap down. These guys on the edge of the top 10. This is Disparito, Henry Thomas, and, Anthony Greenman now rounding off your top 10, but he might have to take evasive action from Bobak Fox very shortly. These guys getting close together. They're going to go 3 wide. That's Brennan, Rockfield, and Steelwolf. Brennan's just lost all momentum off of turn 4, and Aiden Smith's going to try going around the outside of both of them. Doesn't look like it's going to work out for the 89 nor the 80. Brennan's going to hold on for now. Once again cycling through the field. Very quiet day currently at Denver. It's Santiago who leads very comfortable.
Santiago was pretty much dominating the second stint. No one really having anything for him.
I do worry that we're at a stage where we're going to have to see a late pit stop, and that could kind of throw everything into jeopardy. So I think the strategy for the 07 right now is just gap the field and pull out as much as you can. But if, you know, when you inevitably have to pit again, because you cannot stretch it, especially without a yellow, when you have to pit again, you have that gap to make it work, and maybe try and put an undercut on some people. Luna Bennington, Riley Spurley-Tube, and Blair McKenzie, your current competitors in that respect. But if there was a yellow like now, would you pit?
Potentially, because you might be able to make it to the end on that stop. It'd be really close. There's the 8 of Spurley-Tube in the wall, and falling back into the clutches of the 14 of Peter Onjak.
Onjak having a quietly good day, and it might be about to get better. So it does seem to be being blocked slightly. Bennington really high and has closed that gap right up through turns 3 and 4.
He's really reeled in the 07 these last couple laps.
Still very orderly out on the front. There is 40 of Reese Cutley coming in. Been a miserable day for him, as looks like Greenman may have been held up by that. He's falling back through the field. Seeing this collection of cars here, see how they pan out through turns 1 and 2. This is around 14th place, I believe. That's where Ben Crouch is right now. A blanket of cars into turns 3 and 4, bumper to bumper. Looking very dicey indeed. But they're going to make it through for now. Oh, car in the wall, big time.
Brian
Grigsby nearly
26 car
spun it.
digging into that wall.
And that would have been disastrous. May have been a yellow. Brian Grigsby, as flies by here, does have damage. It's not as bad as I was expecting, and a car stopped on the
70.
apron.
Daniel Voiles stopped. May have been turned.
And they're fighting for the lead as well. Are we under caution? No, we are not.
Oh, we stay green.
Boyles, I believe that looks like a technical issue to me. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, he's down on pit road now. Very dangerous. Leaders flying by. Just as he was stricken on the apron. Bennington back in this fight. It's caught right back up to Blair not Blair McKenzie, sorry, Nicholas Santiago.
Peter Onjak has made his way into the 3rd position.
Yeah, Onjak still aiming to fend off Riley Spurley-Tube, who's also having a very good day. The 8 of Spurley-Tube, he's shown lots of speed over his 3 seasons at Daytona Motorsports. It's just really lacked the luck in that final push to find victory lane. And while he currently runs 4th and a bit of a distance from the top 2, it's looking very promising for Riley Spurley-Tube, especially in terms of making the chase as well. Back through the field. It looks like Voiles is out of the race. And no reason specified yet. We will try and get a word from the TGR team on why that has happened. But a tough break for Daniel Voiles. Was involved in a few incidents at Daytona, and now this here at Denver. Just not what you want to start your first season with a new team.
Yeah, it definitely is a bad way to kick things off, but there's still a lot of races ahead where they could definitely turn it around.
Aiden with a big lunge on the 10 of Evans. Nearly worked for him down the back straightaway. They're going to have a drag race. But the winner for now, the 10 of Evans. Very interesting battle here, just on the edge of the top 10, or top 20, I would say. Quite a large pack stretching from 14th down to outside the top 20, actually. Roach Rockfield rounding it off. Oh, and a car down pit road. That's Finn guy who we know is off strategy. And Luna Bennington taking the lead.
Definitely wheeled in that dominant car of Santiago is now out front. And Onjak in third, he's caught a ton in these last couple laps.
Santiago diving deep. Onjak trying to throw his hat into the ring as well. We've only got 16 laps to go. Not a lot has happened here today. Denver's been a fairly quiet one, but the laps have flown by. Maybe it's what we needed after a very chaotic Daytona 500. But you can also definitely see the effects of some tyre wear creeping in now as well.
Santiago getting another run there, up higher than most are running, but Onjak to the inside stalls that out. He's going to look for the lead here down the front stretch.
He led the lap, no, but he's going to lead heading into turn 1. It's got an edge by a nose over Luna Bennington. Dives it deep. Here comes Santiago up the middle. And Bennington's going to lose 2 positions in just 1 corner. And it's not over yet.
Onjak now up front after a great pass.
Wonder if this car's just really coming to him in the long runs. Here comes Bennington up high. Huge run.
And a huge run on the outside for Bennington. And she is going to just blow right past Santiago and even past Onjak into the lead.
Seen these two fight before here in Season 1, late on for the win. It was Peter Onjak who came out on top that time. Can Luna Bennington avenge that today and go 2 weeks in a row with a USARC victory, albeit in different series? Yeah, he's right there. Onjak is waiting. He is a 2-time winner here in Denver. Yesterday's race.
He's taking a look again, but he just can't get to the inside.
Yeah, won in both Season 1 and Season 2 of the APS here at Denver. Yesterday, the calamities yesterday we saw from Onjak were very out of character. Not just for him in general, but at Denver. He just does so well in Colorado, it seems. Also winning at Pikes Peak twice. Sweeping both the Cup and Truck Series race last season. Here he comes again, having a look. He got a little bit loose there on the rear quarter panel of the 4. 13 to go here in Denver.
Yeah, a little slip there for the 14 of Onjak. He's got a lot of speed, but he's also got a really loose car. As here he tries to come again, but nothing doing. As Bennington starting to pull away a little bit.
But for how long is the question? Been many times here at Denver. Cars just thinking that they're safe, they pull a good gap, and then it just comes crashing down, and the second place car just reels them back in. We saw it yesterday. Derek Petty at a point thought he was going to pull away once. Disbrito pulled him in, and the second time the caution flag pulled him in. We've not seen one yet today. But for now, Bennington's starting to look a little bit more comfortable. We may see pit stop soon as well, around lap 42. I would expect them at the earliest.
Onjak and Santiago have reeled the 4 car back in.
Oh, the 4 drives it deep. Very deep. And huge run from both the 14 and the 07. But Onjak might get boxed in.
Santiago to the inside, entering 3. She's gonna make the pass for the time being. Bennington got loose a little bit, and here comes Onjak to the inside for second.
Ten laps remaining here at Denver. Watch Whitmer here, maybe reeling them in as well. Got all this space to work with while these guys quarrel away. He's closing, although he's run very wide there, nearly getting in the wall. Here comes the 14.
Onjak to the inside.
Now Bennington on the bumper of Onjak. Had to check up ever so slightly. It's not going to be too compromising. Oh, and the 14's pitting.
And there's that final pits. Oh, late lunge
Ooh.
from the 07 down pit road.
And that really held up Bennington. That could be huge because she's now lost a ton of momentum. What's going to happen between these two?
Santiago, Onjak, and Morris are down. There's DeLello and McKenzie, the 2 555 cars as well.
This burrito as well, having a quietly decent day on the edge of the top 10 Bowback box. Was that 2 tyres or was it only fuel from the 07? I wasn't exactly keeping a direct eye on Santiago. I know it was 2 tyres for Onjak, and it seems to be that way for most of the field, so I'm going to assume the 07's just taken a fresh set of tyres. As Whitmer's past Bennington. Potential race deciding pit stops here. So off pit road, Santiago's got acres right now. Acres of space. Bennington's only now just getting to her pit stop, so I think she's really lost a lot of time on that in lap. She might be out of contention. There goes Whitmer. 2 tyres, go, 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 go. And Whitmer's going to beat her out fairly easily.
It definitely could be viewed as a controversial move from the 07, that late pit entry.
Absolutely, and look at that. Santiago's got so much free track in front. There's Onjak. You know, Santiago's already passed them through turn 1. It's not even close. Yeah, look at that. Battle now is for second, really. Unless we finally see a yellow in this race. It's all but wrapped up for Nicolas Santiago for his first career victory, potentially. Going to have 6 to go when he crosses the line. I think he's putting a few cars a lap under through these pit stops. There's Ricky Freeman Jr. coming out. Brian Grigsby's gone a lap down. These guys really fighting close third. Ooh, a little nudge there from Bennington onto Whitmer. And we'll just, for now, have to keep an eye on those gaps at the front. Oh, there's Onjak. Where's Onjak? Where's he gone? Oh, and there's a car loose. Peter Onjak, I believe, has had to come back down pit road. He may have had a tyre down. Oh, dear.
That was unfortunate for Peter Onjak, who was running in the 2nd position.
Just disappeared off our ticker for a second, and oh, he was having such a good run. If anyone was going to chase down the 07, it was going to be him, but Santiago has a 6.5 second gap with 5 laps remaining. Going to take a lot now for that 07 not to win this race, and for Santiago to not claim his first ever USARC career victory.
is he has began to approach some lap traffic, but I don't think it'll play much of a factor. Just
Yeah,
how big of a gap he
I
has.
don't see it being enough at all when these guys are fighting and not really gaining on Brian Grigsby in front of them. Onjak is, for the record, lead back out on the track. There he is. Get down in 30th now. I imagine that will be further down when everyone's cycled through. But such a tough break for Peter Onjak. Didn't have the best Daytona 500. Got caught up in that very early lap 4 incident. He's just got to regroup and come back fighting at Darlington. But here is Santiago, who has pulled away on that last lap. Just bump drafting the 41 into turns 3. It's going to be free to go over the line for the 07. This would also be TGR's first win in USARC, just in their sophomore season.
A potentially big day for TGR. They only have 3 laps to go for their first victory, and I just can't imagine the emotions are probably great in that team right now.
I think they've worked very hard to be in a spot where they can challenge for wins, and they're finally getting a chance to do it here on the biggest stage in stock car racing. And for now, Santiago just taking it very easily around these lapped cars. 2 to go at the line for Nicolas Santiago. And I think unless he has an issue himself now, some sort of catastrophic failure, this is wrapped up. The yellow is not gonna produce a restart. They took an early pit stop decision. It was a late decision actually on the track, but the lap they pitted was early, and it's worked out an absolute treat. Santiago's only pulled away since coming out in first. It's just got a lap and a corner to go now. A lot of lapped cars in front. But the white flag is now waving for Nicolas Santiago. He's going to take it 3 wide here.
He's going to push it 3 wide here with these lap cars.
Careful. It's going to be okay. Down the back straightaway, Nicolas Santiago probably has one of the most, if not the most second place finishes out of any other USARC driver. Came very close many times in season 1. Slightly more difficult season 2, but now just a corner away from that sweet, sweet victory he's been after since the very first race.
Coming off of turn 4, no contest. Nicolas Santiago is going to win his first career USARC race at Denver.
And I can hardly imagine the emotions going through that cockpit right now. An amazing victory for TGR, their first ever in USARC, and first of many possibly to come. That is a statement victory from a team who very much dark horses here in the ANTS, less so in APS. After a difficult day for that team yesterday, Bayliss was really nowhere. Rimmel got caught up in that incident early on, but Santiago led by far the most laps, an absolute clinic, a very clean drive, faultless, I would say, absolutely faultless.
Just pure domination from that second stint onward for that 07 team. Only for a very short amount of time did it look like anybody had anything for that 07 car.
They're rounding off your top 10 now. You can see it on screen. It was Riley Spurleytube who ended up coming home in second, followed by Justin Whitmer, Zachary Dello, Luna Bennington ending up in 5th. And then a further 5 seconds back, it was Lotus Disparito in 6th. So apart from Boyles' issues halfway through, very good day for TGR. Stephen Cologne rebounds from a poor Daytona with a 7th place finish. Lexi Herman makes a top 10, along with pole sitter Blair McKenzie in 9th. Benedict Murbo rounding up the top 10, 20 seconds back from Nicolas Santiago. That's how dominant he truly was out there today.
Yeah, he just seemed to have a rocket ship all day. TGR really gave him a great setup for Denver.
And I just wonder how that's going to affect the team momentum-wise heading into Darlington. That's huge to win the first non-super speedway
USARC AutoNation Cup Series race. Yeah, the momentum into Darlington and eventually Rockingham and so on is going to be huge for Nicolas Santiago's season. That win there, you would imagine that's one hand on his ticket to the chase as well.
Oh, definitely.
Well, with that, a very clean race, only one of 4 now portions USARC races, the first in AutoNation Cup Series history. Yeah, nice clean race all around, decent strategy, a decent battle for the lead throughout. We saw that as well in the APS as well. Overall, very, very nice weekend for USARC in their return to action. Next week out, the AutoNation Cup Series head to the track that is too tough to tame. The Lady in Black, it's Darlington. And we cannot wait to have you there. So until next time, goodbye.